Oh, an octopus. Got me a gift.
Octo. I remember you.
So cute. You're so cute when you try to kill me. Good morning. Welcome to the Ryan Beardy livestream. Today is Saturday, July 31st, and we're going to go over the gaming news for the week, and then we're going to play some more Returnal. How's it going, Chuck? How are you? So, let's see. I can start with what I've been playing and with YouTube, because I did a little bit of catching up with yesterday's stream. I finished the script writing for my next video, Final Fantasy VI. I started the editing process. I did the voice work. I'm done most of the gameplay situations. I just got to do editing on top of that, and then do background music and stuff. So I'd say it's 70% done. I'm adjusting to the new work week. My Monday through Thursday is a lot longer, so I don't have a whole lot of time to work on stuff in the evening. So I'm hoping, like I said last week, but now I'm 1 week further along, I'm thinking I can finish up the video this coming week, and then put it out on the Monday. I've been playing Final Fantasy 1. I got the PSP versions of those, of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. The pixel remasters are actually released now. I was going to play through them, but I decided that I wanted something physical to hold on to, so I went with the PSP versions instead. And something that I'll go over in the gaming news, because it's details that I can now talk about in a little bit more detail now that the games have been released, is that they are in fact missing some content added to later versions of the game. So we basically talked about the pixel remasters, I don't know, for maybe 3 weeks now, but I'm personally interested in them. And because I'm getting into Final Fantasy, a lot of these games for the first time, I want to know what the best way to play each one is, and it's not easy for Final Fantasy. There's literally a website that I could probably pull up during this stream that'll actually say, here's all the different versions, here's what's good and bad about each one, and some of them there's a clear answer, some of them it's pick what you want. So I just want what's best and what's accessible for people, and that is not always clear. Especially, a good example of that is Persona 3. Persona 3 is my personal favorite game of all time, and there is no good way to play it. So there's the PS2 original release, there's the PS2 FES, which adds an extra chapter, and I think, I'm actually curious, because I've only played the FES, I haven't played the original, but I assume it adds some smaller stuff that's not as front and center as a brand new chapter of the game, or a brand new epilogue. So there's the PS2, there's the FES release, so clearly FES just adds more to the original release, so that's better than the original. Then there's the PSP remake, which fixes the combat, because that's one of the worst parts of Persona 3, is the combat. So it'll fix the combat so that you can control your party members, and kind of rebalances how the one more system works. But and it also adds more importantly, it adds a brand new female protagonist, which has new dialogue for everything, some new social links, pretty much brand new game, just because the games are so long, and if you're gonna swap the protagonist, then you're gonna have a lot of inconsistencies where you're gonna have to update it for that new character. But the problem I have with the PSP remake is that it takes some presentation dives. For one, you can't freely walk around the world, you have to use menus to get around. There's little to no cutscenes in the game, and it's missing the epilogue chapter. So it's a situation like that. I just want people to get into my favorite game, and I want it to be the best it could possibly be. And it's just kind of annoying that there's no like easy way to say like, hey, play this version, like it's not straightforward. And I think that's why remakes have value, is because you have that opportunity to both modernize and, you know, just learn from the past releases of like what you want to do. But I mean, such as like anything, there's good remakes, there's bad remakes, so it's worth the discussion, I feel. So with that, let's go into the gaming news. So what you're saying is we need a Switch HD Remastered Definitive Edition? I would love that. I'm hoping for the day that we get another Persona 3 remaster that is just the perfect version. But we'll see. Because it would have to be like from the ground up, because if they just did like what they did with Nocturne, like take the same game and just port it over to the new current gens, then it would still have a lot of problems. Like, you would need to take good things about the original and take good things about the PSP version and just remake it again. You know, marry those two ideas. Alright, so first on the list, trust me, I fill out all the Atlas surveys. Yeah, that's a good thing that they're pretty transparent about like communicating, because they do surveys like every year. I'm pretty sure. Snowboard kids, you're probably like one of 3 people that put the words snowboard and kids together in one of those Atlas surveys, but more power to you. You gotta have that voice, you know? So, these Pixel remasters are officially out. Alright? So we actually have audio, we have visuals, we have gameplay, we have details on what stayed, what's gone. So I want to first talk about the positives, because these remakes... Let's see, there's probably footage here, right? There's gotta be footage here. Or do I have to like pull up somebody's... Even these like launch trailers don't show a whole lot. It's so like, you want to sell your game, right? Well, like, sell me your game. Don't just show like a teaser. Alright. Alright, so they actually listened to the surveys, made good quality of life changes to Daemon Ex Machina. So we got the No Man's Sky. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'd never heard about Daemon Ex Machina after it released. It just kind of went quiet. So these remakes, they look good, alright? Like, the visuals here, these look really good. Let's see if I can just find somebody's gameplay. These, I think, were unlisted too at one point. Final Fantasy Pixel. Alright, sorry, but I'm just gonna Owl Quest. We're gonna use your footage. Thank you. So, the visuals here look really good, right? Like, this is currently on iOS and Steam. So, like, these backgrounds, these character models, even the enemies. Let's see here. Like, this game visually looks really nice. Like, there's even reflections off the water. Sold poorly due to bad timing with the release of Link's Awakening. Yeah. I did play the demo, and it just wasn't my kind of game. Yeah, so, like, these look really nice. So, yeah, positives. These look really nice. These have reorchestrated music. And the reorchestrated music is really good. So the sprite work was done by the same person. Like, we went over this last time, actually. The sprite work is done by the original person. I want to make sure I get their name. Yoko Shimomura, I believe. No, that's not the right person. Alright, well, character models and sprites were done by the same person. It's orchestrated music that was overseen by Nobuo Uematsu, the original person who did that. So visuals, audio, even the sound, like sound effects were redone. Yeah, let me, we'll do this, actually. I know these are, like, up. Yeah. Driftveil from Pokemon slaps, but we gotta listen to this, too, because if I'm gonna talk about it, I want to show you how good it is. I'll have that playing. Oh no, that was Pokemon. So this is like orchestrated music from the original Final Fantasy. So like presentation wise, I think they did a good job with these. This is for Final Fantasy 2, which I think is going to do the same thing. It's just like, this might even be the same intro. They really didn't do a good job with their advertising here. It's not the same, but it's all Final Fantasy 2 gameplay. So the problems that people have were that this is only on iOS and PC, and I understand that. They said in an interview that if it has demand for it, they will they'll port it to consoles. And the Dragon Quest games came to Switch either last year or the year before. And I think it's a really good idea porting these early JRPGs, not even the original versions, like these are remade versions, so they have some quality of life improvements from the original release. I think porting those to a console like the Switch is a really good idea. I'm not even gonna knock the fact that they ported them to iOS, because like, I got a new phone this year, and I played Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on iOS, and they were pretty good ports. So, again, I don't know how taxing it is or costly it is to just port this immediately to the Switch, but I just feel like it's free money. Like, this fits right at home. It's something that you can like take your time on and play through. The other thing was the text. I think I gotta go back to that gameplay. The text that they used for the English version of Final Fantasy 1 is really squished. Like, you can see it here. Hang on. You can see like how squished together that text is. And I watched a video of somebody who actually went into the files and changed the text that's used for the English version. And it's really simple. So like, if you own the Steam version, you can go into the proper folder for the game, take the Japanese text, delete the English, paste the Japanese, and just change the letters from like JPN to ENG, something like that. And then it'll space the text out as it would be in the Japanese text. So like, if it's something that's so easy that anybody can just do themselves, then I think that it's something that they could patch into the game officially and just, you know, take care of that problem. Yeah, there's no settings in the game as far as I'm aware to change the text. So, again, it's nice that it's easy for the user to do, but it's something that really should be patched into the game at some point. Because the text that they chose, I don't know where the oversight was and why nobody thought, like, this is really... Because this is blown up on the PC release, I'm sure, but if you played that on the phone, it would be even harder to read on such a smaller screen. That's about it. Like, I don't really have anything negative to say outright. I like the art style that they've got here. It's... Oh, and then there's some quality of life changes, which... This mini-map for the smaller dungeons isn't in any of the previous releases. Looking at your stream on mobile, yeah, exactly. Like, it's not good text. But they'll have new maps, they'll have... What are the other... I wonder if I can just Google search. Gotta do my research on the fly. Quality of life improvements. Let's see. Final Fantasy was a difficult game, while the Pixel Remaster is an easy version isn't accurate. There are quality of life improvements that knock down the difficulty, items that are common in later Final Fantasy games that didn't exist in the High Potions, Phoenix Downs. So this is the same with the version I'm currently playing on PSP. It includes items that weren't featured in the original, like there were never Phoenix Downs. You would have to go to like a town and revive one of your party members. Other potions restore 1 magic point to each spell level, which might not sound that significant, but okay, yep. I just want to skim through this. Many early pieces of equipment and spells have received a price reduction. There's expensive early spells, even in the PSP version I played. I had to do just a little bit of grinding, but it's just part of these old games. Auto battle is also a really nice feature. I don't even think the PSP version I have has auto battle. They did that mostly for the iOS ports of a lot of these Final Fantasy games. Bestiary, sound test mode, art gallery, Yoshitaka Amano. Is that the person I was looking for who did the art? Did the character art? Oh no, that's like Amano. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Graphics were completely redone. I like the art style, like, definitely. There are parts of the PSP version. I eventually want to do a video, at least on Final Fantasy 1, of doing a YouTube review. There are parts of the PSP and iOS version of Final Fantasy 1, the original versions, that look really nice. Like, it's not pixel graphics, but like the Final Fantasy 6 iOS, the original release for that was rough. That was like blurry, not really like detailed in any way, kind of smoothed out sprites. But the PSP and Final Fantasy 1 and 2 ones I can speak for, they actually have like a really nice, more modern art style to them. And there's some really nice like set pieces for those games. So enhanced sound quality. So yeah, there's like a fair amount of changes. So I definitely like these. The contention that I have, well, before I go into the contentions, lastly, the other thing was we never got Final Fantasy III 2D in the West. What we got was the Nintendo DS Final Fantasy III. And that was 3D models that was reworked. I think they ported that DS one to the PSP as well. But we've never played Final Fantasy III. I guess more... what's the right word? Like more faithful to the very first release. So I will be playing the PSP version of Final Fantasy 1 and 2. But I think by the time I get to 3, the Pixel Remaster is going to be the way to go. For 3 and 4, and probably 5. I just recently did 6, so that'll be good for playing through 1 through 6. So there's definitely value, and I really like the selling point for the Pixel Remaster. That's why I was following it so closely. But the main contention that I have is this is confirmed for... So currently, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that are released. 4, 5, and 6 come out at a later date. And like I was saying earlier, there have been different releases of these games. No one of them is the best way to play them. There's ones that have pros and cons. There's some that have more content than others. So it's all about choosing which one you want to play. And the thing that I was really hoping for was... For example, Final Fantasy 1 was released very first on the Famicom and NES. The version I'm playing is the PSP version. That includes bonus content. It includes 4 bonus dungeons, all with like a ton of boss battles, and it includes like an endgame final dungeon. And since these pixel remasters are based on the original Famicom and NES release, it doesn't contain that extra content. So it's missing content that has already been made in one form. It just wasn't brought to the pixel remaster version. PSP Final Fantasy IV is the best way to play it. Okay, yeah, see, I've got to go into the... Like, I've... Let me pull up the website here, actually. Let's say, well, it's all on the same page. So, this article I've referred to a lot, the best way to play Final Fantasy 1 through 12. And this is another reason why I care about, like, the accessibility side of these, is, like, there's no clear way to play the best version. So, we'll use Final Fantasy 1 again. So what about the rest? There's a Game Boy Advance version, there's a PSP mobile version, which is the one I'm playing through. Virtual Console, NES, and the Pixel Remaster. So, like, each game has had multiple releases that have varying quality depending on the Final Fantasy game. And because there's 12 of them, like, it's really hard to keep track. I was really hoping that these Pixel Remasters were very definitively going to be the best way to play these games. And while they are, you know, brand new soundtrack, brand new visuals, like really good quality versions, they're still going to be missing all of this content that I'm about to go over. So using Final Fantasy 1, the one I'm playing now, as an example, I told you that there's bonus dungeons, bonus boss fights. This is confirmed to be missing from the Pixel Remaster. So Final Fantasy 1, there's Soul of Chaos dungeons. There's 4 additional dungeons, first added to the Game Boy Advance. They were put on the PSP, they were put on the iOS, and now for the Pixel Remaster, they're missing. So if you want to play this content, you're going to have to play one of these older versions. So while the Pixel Remaster is probably like the most accessible way to play these right now, it's going to be missing this content that was put in past releases. And this goes for every Final Fantasy that was re-released, because if you go down, Final Fantasy 2 is going to be missing the Soul of Rebirth post-game story. It's going to be missing the Arcane Labyrinth dungeon. If you go to 4 through 6, 4 is probably going to be missed. So 1 through 3 are the ones that are out. I'm just speculating that this is the trend, this is what's going to happen. So it might be missing the Lunar Ruins dungeon, party member switching. So Final Fantasy V. So I played this SNES release, and I want to be clear, this is not going to make or break the game's quality. This is bonus content that was added after the fact of the original release. So for Final Fantasy VI, I chose to play the SNES release with the Ted Woolsey translation mod. But I chose to play the Super Nintendo version. The Super Nintendo version does not contain Dragon's Den Dungeon, does not contain Soul Shrine Dungeon, doesn't contain the extra espers that were added after the fact. I don't think that make or broke my experience for 6. However, from a what's a definitive version to play, and from a like preservation stance, like how can I see this content and have it accessible to me? So if you're not interested and you realize that this is bonus content and it's not going to harm the experience of the original release, I'm with you. I'm on that page. I think it's a shame that with these new iterations and with so many past releases of these Final Fantasy games, because again, you go back to Final Fantasy 1, there's the original release, there's the PS1 port, there's the Game Boy Advance, there's the iOS original, there's PSP, there's the Pixel Remaster. So there's a lot of different releases, and you're able to iterate and make it better every time. And it seems like these are quality, but they are closer to budget releases, especially considering that they've only been released on Steam and iOS at this point. So I think that they're feeling it out. They probably didn't put a huge budget into this, and they're probably still developing 4 through 6. So maybe they can get feedback and make sure that this content's in 4 through 6. But currently, it's true that these are missing from the pixel remasters for 1, 2, and 3. Or for 1 and 2. It seems like 3 doesn't have extra stuff, so that's fine. That's all I have to say. It's just... I understand that none of this stuff will make or break, but for preservation, for me personally, and for, like, what to tell people, because... Because I hate having to go to Games Radar, best ways to play Final Fantasy 1 through 12, every time that I want to have a conversation with somebody who wants to get into it. And even myself, I've had to do this for myself. I would hate to have to go to this page every day and read this for every game about what's the best way to play these. I just want to say, Pixel Remaster, 1 through 6, has all the content, has redone best quality, best visuals. Go to Steam, go to your phone, maybe a year from now, go to your Switch, download it, you'll be good. But now it's like, oh, well, if you want all the content, you'll have to play the PSP version, but you're going to need a PSP, or if you have a Game Boy Advance, you can play that version, but it's going to have worse audio, it's going to have worse visuals. So, that's the only problem I have, but I do so far see these as really faithful, well done remasters. Back to Driftdale. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say for that. So for Halo, Halo Infinite had a tech preview. What's up, Dylan Hall? How are you? Thank you. I appreciate it. I do good work with the beard, I hope. So for Halo, Halo had pretty much a game showing, followed by an announcement that they were doing a beta testing, like an online stress test, it seemed. I didn't get a chance to do it. I don't even know if it's still up. It might still be up. Halo was originally supposed to be a launch title for the Series X. However, they delayed it, which, good sign for me. They seem to communicate well, too, because they showed it off at E3, and people were kind of not enjoying the visuals for... I don't know. I want to choose my words carefully, because people just kind of shit on the visuals, and I think it's a good-looking game, and obviously, like, it's a work in progress, so, like, a lot of these assets aren't even going to be the final release. But I thought it looked fine, and, there's two sides to this, which is also a first for Halo. So what they showed at E3 was part of the campaign. What they're showing off here is strictly multiplayer. So a really interesting thing to note is that this is the first time Halo is free to play. I don't think that's entirely a bad idea, especially because of how Halo's evolved over the years. Like, a lot of people have really fond memories of everything from Halo 1 to Halo Reach. It started to be ODST 4.5, which I can't speak to personally, that people started to fall off with how, like... I mean, these games were seen as, like, perfect releases. People don't really criticize 1 through 3, but they'll criticize ODST 4.5 onward. So, I think it's interesting to rethink the approach, and I am not against Halo being free to play. I think it's a cool idea. It means, like, me personally, I've played Halo in the past. It actually sold me Halo 3 multiplayer when I went over a friend's house and played it for the first time. The only online experience before that I've known was Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I was in middle school with my friends and saying, like, alright, let's all get on at this time. You know, make sure you log on all at this time, and then we'll play a match together without, like, any other way to, like, really communicate with each other, because we were in middle school. And then I went over to a friend's, played Halo. There's voice chat, there's, like, I don't know what the team, I want to say, like, 10v10 is my, like, wild guess here. like 10v10 matches on Valhalla, like speaking to people on the same team and other teams. It was a really cool experience. So like I've had my time playing and enjoying Halo. I've personally fallen out of it, but because this is free to play, it means that like there's no reason not to at least give it a try. And I think that that mentality is going to work in their favor, because this is going to be a PC release. It's going to be crossplay, they talked about, with the Series X and even the Xbox One. So I didn't know this was getting an Xbox One release, so that's interesting. Let's see if I can find some more stuff. But it's going to come with all of the free-to-play stuff you would expect. It's going to come with lots of customization, which I think is good. It's obviously it's not like combat affecting microtransactions or things to work towards or battle passes. It's going to be mostly ways to customize your character, and I think that's the best way to do it. Customization is clearly important to players. Player expression is clearly really important to players. So despite this stuff being purely cosmetic, if you sink a lot of time into Halo, or like any multiplayer game in general, you want to be able to express yourself with, like, you know, how you customize your character and guns and things like that. But it seems like they're putting a lot of work into this. They're doing battle passes, so it's going to be the thing that I would say, which most games nowadays are doing, as long as they have the player base to support it. If they're doing battle passes, if they're doing microtransactions, it's because they're going to be supporting and adding new content as a live service. I don't think that's inherently a bad thing. I know a lot of people talk about it in that regard. But the way that I want to see a live service game done, and what I hope that they do for Halo Infinite, is they do these micro transactions that are purely cosmetic. They do these battle passes that, you know, have you play the game, encourage you to play the game. I don't like battle passes in the sense that you're paying to have like you pay, let's say, $20. Now you've got this list of stuff that you have to do within this time frame. If you don't do it within this time frame, well, you can pay more money to unlock it immediately. I hope that battle passes in most games, that would be Valorant's example. I don't know how most games do it, because Valorant's the one that I've played. But I want these battle passes to stay forever, so that you can unlock this stuff at the pace that you want. I don't like when games, be it MMO subscriptions or be it battle pass limited time availability, forces me to log on and play through a game. So that's what I don't like about it. But I hope that is done well. I hope that I'm staring at the same. It's definitely playing. They're just talking over it. I hope that the live service portion of Halo means that they just add more guns and add more maps, because they didn't have the opportunity to do that in the past. Like, obviously, they released, let's use Halo 3 as an example. They released Halo 3, then they released DLC packs with more maps and stuff like that. Now, you don't have to buy Halo Infinite's multiplayer, you just download it. So that's free. You're paying for the battle pass and the cosmetics, and hopefully with the player base, that gives them the excuse to say, like, wow, people are buying our stuff and playing our game. It's free to play, so anybody can download it. So the more content that we add, the more that cycle will continue. So basically, long story short, I hope that because of the way that this game is structured, they can continue to add more maps and more guns and update the game. Because otherwise, like, I don't see a reason to do the live service format unless you're actually supporting your game with new content years from now. So we'll see how it goes. One thing I noted by watching through this is that they seem to really be communicating with their fans. They talked about, so I don't know a lot, but I know that the sprint, I think it was Halo Reach that added abilities, and one of them was sprint. People had contentions with sprint, so I don't know what they're going to do with this, but they brought that up, that they're going to communicate with their fans about what they want. And it seems like this is just one way to do it, is to do this this stress test and see how people experience the game and get their feedback. So I talked about this. This is full customization that you can do. That's all of this is. I won't go into it in too detail. They showed gameplay. They showed like not really sizzle trailer, but highlight trailer for the combat. And then they actually showed, this is new to my knowledge, is like the training room. This reminds me of Counter-Strike and of Valorant, how you can go into the shooting range and like test out the weapons. So I think this is a really good idea. It shows me that they are trying to get people to want to play this long term and actually get good at it. Because a lot of people, I mean, Halo started as like the local LAN like thing. You like get a bunch of people in the same room and play LAN in Halo, have a good time. When I guess in general, when Halo rolled around, it also encouraged people to play it online. So I think it's cool whenever they give you the tools to do stuff outside of combat and learn the game. And this seems like a way to do it, is to have these training rooms where you can practice your aim, and it'll even give you more information than how you would do it if you were playing online. Like, it shows you which targets or what part of the body you hit. So I think that's really cool, like visual, both really good communication of the, you know, how you're doing, and just giving you the tools to like learn the game. And then it shows online match. So, wrapping the Halo portion up, I'm personally not invested in Halo much anymore, but I like what they're doing here, even as like a free-to-play model. It's not what I personally want, but if they do it well, which sometimes happens, you know, sometimes not everybody is extremely greedy, but we'll see. We won't judge it till it's out. But I like how they're doing this. I like how they're showing it off. I like how they're communicating. I like how they're doing this, like, open beta stress test. So I'm curious to see where it goes. And I've got no reason not to try it because the multiplayer is free to play. So that's a selling point for them. I think that's all. Let me skim through the remainder here. They show a battle. And that's it. Yep, that's it. I can go into this a little bit. I didn't really have much to say, especially because we got a good amount of news this week. But Back4Blood's another multiplayer game I'm excited about. They had a beta, but this is the first full campaign footage that they showed. This is another, so this, I believe, is being a full-price game with microtransactions in it and like lots of grinding. So for those who don't know, Back4Blood is a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Since they can't use the IP for Left 4 Dead, this is a lot of the same people that worked on Left 4 Dead, but they're modernizing it by adding like ton of characters, all with different attributes, a lot of different, I don't know what we'll call them zombies for now, maybe they've got a game-specific term for them, but a lot of different zombies that have more than one ability tied to them, because Left 4 Dead, they were pretty simplistic, but here there's a lot of different things to choose from. So everything great that I want to see, like spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, sounds great. Once again, I hope that the modern aspects of it, like the grinding, the customization, the different unlockable characters, and maybe unlockable zombies. I don't know if there's unlockable ones, or if there's just like a flat set to use. I just hope that they use this direction to just constantly give us new content. Like, I'm hoping that this is something that can last. Because it's actually very similar to Halo, as like, the way games were released in the past, they didn't see many updates. They just saw DLC. So that is one thing I'll say in like live servicey type games favors, is that this is stuff that can be supported. It's not like you gotta buy Back4Blood and then 2 years from now buy Back4Blood 2, then 3, then 4. It's just gonna be a compilation of like content added over the years, plus patches, updates, balances, tweaks. Like they can make something truly special. And this is a unique setup. Like even now, like when Left 4 Dead first came out, it was unique, like 4v4, but 4 were humans, 4 were the zombies. It's still, you don't see a lot of multiplayer games like this, so it's still very unique. Even like they did asymmetric games for a little while. Dead by Daylight's a good example of one that's been out that's seen some success. Seen a lot of success. What was the Evolve was one that just didn't have the player base to keep going. Plus microtransactions done wrong. That was like paying to see any kind of content after paying to buy the game. It just flopped because of the structure. This has the benefit of having Left 4 Dead fans already be interested in it, and I'm one of those people. As soon as I got my first laptop, I was playing a lot of Valve's earlier games, and seeing this modern take on it, with not having the restraints of being tied to the Left 4 Dead name, like they have their own freedom to make whatever they want with this, while keeping it very similar. I'm just excited to see how this game looks when it's out. Sony has sold 10 million PS5 copies. So this is exciting. Sony has now sold more than 10 million PS5 consoles. That's up to 2 million more sales than the 7.8 previously revealed in April. That means the PS5 continues to outpace sales of the PS4, making it the fastest selling console in Sony's history. Interesting because it has to compete with the PS2. So a lot of the big problems is, since launch, it has still seen the chip shortage, mostly responsible to my knowledge through COVID. So the pace of which these things get released is so slow that they pretty much get bought up by scalpers immediately. Not a problem of Sony, problem of COVID plus scalpers, because if scalpers aren't going to do it, then another person is, kind of thing. It's a shame, it's something we got to deal with, but I'm happy that, I don't know, I'm happy that these things are still selling, that it's getting, I was able to get one last year, or not last year, like last month, like maybe, I think it's been a month since I got my PS5. And I'm just starting to get into the games for it. But I just want to go over that they're starting to show some sales figures. 10 million consoles. 6.5 million copies for Miles Morales, which to be fair does get packed in with consoles, with bundles for like GameStop and Best Buy at least. Ratchet & Clank doing the same thing, but 1.1 million copies. It's been out a month already. Returnal, which we're about to play after we're done the gaming news, has sold 560,000. While Sony continues to share console hardware figures, Microsoft stopped sharing Xbox sales numbers in the Xbox One era. Let's see. I think the Wii U's 12? 14 million. The Wii's like 100 million, isn't it? 101. So, I don't know if there's really anything to compare from here, except for 10 million to the Wii U's entire life cycle of 14 is pretty good, even though it's one of the worst selling. PS3, let's do PS4. PS4 sold 115 million. PS4 was supported for a very long time though, 2013 to pretty much 2020. That's 7 years of support. Where are we at with the Switch? And Series X probably won't be on here then. Switch has sold 80, round up 85 million. That's really good, and that's only been 3 years. So, slow sales, I suppose, compared to the Switch. The Switch blew up in popularity, which I'm really happy about. I thought it was a really good idea for a console. And I kind of thought it was going to do well from the get-go. But that's all. I just want to briefly talk about chip shortage still being a thing. It's hard to get a hold of them, but they are selling. Gotta meet that demand. Pokemon Snap got a free content update. I was surprised about this. Again, this is free content, so this is... I didn't play Pokemon Snap. Maybe I'll play it at a later date, but it's nice to see that it's getting free content. I was a fan of the idea. I think Pokemon Snap should have gotten a sequel a long time ago, so I'm glad they're finally doing it. This free update includes, I think, just new areas, new parts of existing areas, it looked like. I haven't played the game, so I can't speak for it. I just wanted to talk about how it's great that it's getting support, and I'm curious. Makes me more curious to play the game. Ooh, Chuck, you added something. Outer Wilds is a game that I haven't played yet. It's a game I really want to play. And when did it release? It released in 2019. So I've never gotten a chance to play this, and I really want to. I've heard so many good things about it. And it's getting new content from... It came out 2019, and... It is on sale right now, so if you want to get it, now's a good time to do it. I'm gonna wait. I missed out. They did a physical release for PS4. They haven't announced any kind of physical release for Switch or PS5. I'm hoping eventually it gets a physical release with this content with it for PS5 or for Switch or for something. So I am still gonna wait to play it. I'm still very interested in it, and I'm happy that it's getting DLC, so that's awesome. It's such a cool idea for a game. It's got a running clock on it that resets, and you have to spend your time visiting these different areas of space at the proper times, just learning more about the world depending on where you go and when you go in it. So it's a really cool idea for a game, and I'm just really excited to see that it's getting more content. Important news, Kappa. 69 days until Metroid Dread. How many days? 69 days? That's 69 days too many. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. No, it doesn't matter. You're good. That is very important news. Anything about Metroid Dread, no matter how big or how small, is important to me. Or no matter how... 69. So that'll do it for the gaming news. Thank you for sticking around. If you want to post anything, you're welcome to join the Discord. I'll go through these every Saturday morning. Yeah, I actually haven't. I think it's still coming. So, like, I missed it. However, Best Buy lists it as coming soon. So I don't know about that. I think it went live on Best Buy and sold out immediately. I'm trying to lean away from collector's editions now as my collection grows. So I won't be upset. The thing that I really want is just steelbooks. I'm a sucker for a good steelbook. That you could have, I guess steelbooks and art books. Those are the two things. I would love complete soundtracks, but whenever collector's editions come with soundtracks, they're never complete. It makes sense, but I don't want it at that point. It just takes up space. Put an olive in a steelbook, and I'll eat it. Okay, alright. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, yeah, so that's the gaming news. If you want to post anything in it, I will link to the Discord, and when I upload this to YouTube, it'll be in the description. Yeah, I did 2 successful runs. Well, not successful. I did, I think 2 runs. No, I kept dying to the first boss. That's what happened. It's been more than that. But I'm hoping to get a run or 2 in and see how far I get. I've been really liking this so far. Like, the atmosphere is really good. The locations are gorgeous. One thing I gotta figure out, the game only saves when you die or reach a new area, but you'll still be sent back here once you start. Tell me about this game because I don't know much about it. The reason that I started playing it was because the trailer made it look like this really cool horror sci-fi experience, but the gameplay is roguelike, which didn't interest me too much at first because I'm not really into roguelikes that much, but I came off the heels of Hades, so you know, that proved to me that there is good stuff out there. The other reason was this is a PS5 game. This is the first PS5 full game I've played. Before that was Astro's Playroom. But they're keeping the details of the story a mystery for right now. But what sold me is just the visual, the inspiration, like the unknown. People usually go to like H.R. Geiger, but like the greater than thou, like evils. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting things. Like, for example, every time you die, it loops you back to the plane crash. And you're basically stuck on this planet. So I'm as interested as the main character Celine is. Celine or Selena? Speaking of which, I gotta check. So certain things will certain things will stay with you for the future runs. I got the alt fire, I have the translocator, which is a fast travel. I got the house key, which I haven't been able to go back into, and the crimson key, which I got for beating the boss of the first area. So I'm thinking, as long as I find the crimson gateway, I can skip everything else. I just want to get the grapple hook. Oh, it starts with the house. These areas are randomly generated too. But the areas themselves are the same. They're just snapped together in different ways, which I personally, in most cases, I think is the best way to do it.
The lights were left on.
It means that these areas are... Ooh, I can go in the house again. It means that these areas are handcrafted, but random in how they're put together and random with what enemies and items are filled in them. Because Hades did the same thing. The areas were randomly generated, but they were... this repeating areas just in different order. So I like that handcrafted aspect. And then there's moments like this where I think they're feeding me story. This is the second time I've entered the house. The lights are on upstairs this time.
This has changed. It's like someone is moving things. Hi, sweetheart. I'm not coming home.
That's all? That's all you left me?
I haven't needed these for a while.
They showed off this these first person moments in the trailer, and that really got me interested. But I don't think the first one didn't last very long. So I'm hoping they expand upon this a little bit more.
Hello?
I don't remember installing that painting.
Who's there?
I can't even try this door. Oh, this wasn't open last time.
Always wanted to leave.
Apparently not. What are we reading here? I can read it. After having dwelt far too long on what the rejection paper has stated in plain terms, outside the fog was coalescing into a person standing at the front door. Another unwanted memory. If Tully had made her break with the kind of performance that instincts told her to risk, she would have burned it with the rest. Throw chaos into an entire system, she said to no one. Her admission masqueraded as bravado. A reaction had been pushing through the cracks lately. She might regret this tomorrow, and without a bottle of ambrosia she shared bed to crawl into, doom was heralding her name alone. She almost welcomed it. Subscribe for the next chapter. That's a lot of books. Ooh. Nice screensaver. Alright, go to twitch.tv/RyanBeardy. YouTube.com RyanBeardy. Dead Kronos waits dreaming. Delay in our response.
Adequate match. Astra found a way to...
Let me in. Hold on, I'm coming. I hope it's the front door and not this door. Okay, that door was spooky the first time. It's the astronaut.
It's still waiting.
Ooh. Astronaut behind me? Oh no, he's not behind me. I just can't walk that way. Should I go back to the computer? Oh, I keep brushing by this plant thinking it's something else. Can I take a look outside? No. Oh, an octopus. Got me a gift.
Octo. I remember you.
So cute. You're so cute when you try to kill me. I remember when you used to try to kill me. Oh, okay, I thought we were gonna like look under the bed next. We're almost under the bed. Alright, you be nice. Oh, my computer's gone. I bet it was Octo.
I've never seen this before. Regrettable delay. Inadequate match. Who's this for?
Dear applicant, we apologize for the regrettable delay in our response. With a truly humbling amount of applicants to choose from, after thorough analysis of your materials, although we appreciate your interest, we have decided to pursue other candidates. At present, match, that's deep space missions. Should we have openings more related to your field, we encourage you to reapply. Okay, so This just says dear applicant. Is that a body? Game's so interesting. Music box. Plays a sound when near secret locations. I hope we get a lot more of those moments. The gameplay's fun, but like I want it to slow down every now and then and give me more story, because that's so interesting. Let's try this way. Oh, I need the grapple hook for that. There's even a reason to revisit areas despite being... Ooh. What was I gonna say? There's reasons to revisit areas despite already being there, because you get new key items. It's really cool. This game's really fun combat-wise, too. Like, I get a lot of Doom vibes about, like, needing to move around constantly. Oops. Oh, jeez, he's right behind me. The auto reload thing is really nice too. This game's just so smooth combat wise. Alright, there was a secret. What does the secret room mean? This? Maybe this is what it means? Oops. Another suit signal detected. Oh, there's the suit. Let's try and avenge him. After I get all the items that I can. I'm worried about skipping these intro areas too soon and just not getting all the benefits I could. Don't tell me you died from this thing. That day one death. Alright, I want to try it. Avenge. What are we looking at? Have I seen this guy before? I think so. No, I haven't. Oh! Got a lot of health. Oh, jeez. Avenging's always a mistake. Oh, that does a lot. I just gotta wait it out for that. I like that the avenging is so risky. Like, it is also really early in the game. That hit, that did not hit. Oh, come on! I didn't get to turn around fast enough. Alright, I lost half health, and I got some here. Flash shell, bonus damage, and ricochet. Okay, that's definitely better. Yeah, the combat I really like so far. I love when you can run fast in games. Agreed. I like when you can run fast in games, because there's a lot of times where it's just waiting. It's unnecessary waiting. Is this the boss? I think the red door means it's the boss. There was stuff I was trying to figure out last time. Scout log.
The variety of dangerous fauna on this world.
Yeah, it is. That means boss.
Anything I've previously experienced.
But I don't have to fight the boss this time?
But it feels mythic. It's impossible not to think of my books.
It's so cool that the audio logs are from past Salines. Yeah, but fast movement is great. Pretty much unanimously for games. What you got? One thing that takes a little bit of getting used to is that, if you push your trigger in all the way, you can't primary fire. Like, I can't primary fire because it's trying to load my alt fire. But there's the haptic feedback that stops it from going too far. It's so interesting. Yeah, we'll do it. I don't really melee that much. There's two over here. Gaining earth, fixing malfunctions, repairs integrity. Cool. Oh jeez, I'm really close to you guys. Oh, it's a turret. Oh man. I am not sure. I can look it up for you. I got this along with the PS5, like I bought it at the same time. I was already spending a lot of money on it, and we'll look to see. Alright, is this safe? Okay, that's the teleporter sound. Modified sidearm, shock... Ooh, shock stream's good. This standard edition. I didn't even know there was collectors for this. It's $70. Yep, that's where most PS5 games are going. Snub-nosed barrel. I really want Ricochet. Plus this has bonus damage. I think it's better that I keep this. Did I get both? Oh, it bounced. Oh, jeez. Ooh. I like that the big boss takes a second to spawn in. Oh god, there's so many. Oh, I dashed right into him. I am not doing well. And the overdrive really is a good mechanic. It means that you can't spam, because you gotta be ready to, like, reload at the right time. That must bounce. Ooh. Hey, at least they're way more generous with healing items than Hades is. Oops, 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 oops. Jeez. Wish it was 70 here. Most PS5 games are 89.99. Jeez. Hey, more of a reason to play indie games. Gotta get the word out. Support indie games. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I got stuck. I almost took a hit because I got stuck. Anybody else? Yes. That was rough. Or your local GameStop. Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh Call of Duty World at War. One fewer kill required to increase adrenaline. Upcoming malfunctions have more severe effects. Okay, I'll take this. Carbine. Paid that for 7 Remake. Yeah, I don't play a lot of stuff. Well, the cool thing about playing games like, I don't know, 5 years, 3 to 5 years after they release, is most of the PS5 games that I bought are ones that have come out. Like, I got Control, that was $40. It was the Ultimate Edition, so it comes with everything. DMC 5, I got for $30, and that comes with all the new content plus the original. Might get Jedi Fallen Order, which is also $40 for everything. So, like, I don't know, I'm just playing the PS5 versions of older games right now. Ooh, I think I can get that. Can I get that? Yeah, it's behind vines. Or is that? That's not it. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Only have Spider-Man that came with PS5 and 7 Remake. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've just been buying older games ported over. For a good price. So now that I have the Crimson Key, I can immediately go here. But what I was wondering is, like, should I just beef myself up here first? It probably doesn't make too much of a difference. But I probably want some more health before I move on to the second area. Now it's marked on the map. I get it, it's the fear of missing out. Like, when a game comes out, you want to... Like, when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, I personally wasn't interested in buying it, like, at all. But everybody talking about it and everybody, like, playing it at the same time, it made me want to buy it even though I didn't want to buy it originally. Like, even though I had no prior interest. So instead, I just, like, watch people play the game, and I'll play it maybe, like, I don't know, like 5 years from now, because I'm still not interested in it right away. But yeah, I feel that. I get it. But at the same time, like, if it means that much to you to buy it on release because you're interested in that, like, social sphere, I don't see that as a negative. Like, I see that as a selling point to, like, what could be a good game. Though it does cause people to buy games that aren't good sometimes. Oh no, I fell off! Oh yeah, I absolutely would not have bought Sword and Shield. But at the time I was still into Pokemon competitive, so I still wanted to attempt that, and then I realized that it wasn't fun anymore. I don't think it was FOMO. I think it was like, it was morbid curiosity, but like general curiosity too for Pokemon. Like, I still absolutely wanted to play it, love it or not, but I wish it didn't turn out that bad. That's how I feel about it. I'm like continuing this area with less and less health. I think if I don't zoom in, it's a little more generous with the auto aim. I hate that these things disappear. You gotta get them fast. It was hype, because for me, I didn't get too excited for Sun and Moon. Most people don't like Sun and Moon, and I don't get it. I think that was, tutorial or like intro hours aside, I think it's one of the better. I think it's the best 3D Pokemon game. I'll say that outright. I think it had problems with the Totem Pokemon, and I think it had one of the slowest tutorials of any Pokemon game. Aside from that, I like the characters, I like the story, I like the Pokemon, and I like the world. I wish they could have done a little bit more with the world, but I still think it's one of the best 3D Pokemon. Is that gonna... Alright, that guy's still... Again, I really like that the big guys take a while to pop up. He's the melee one, too. Yeah, and if there's people that are, for some reason, getting into Pokemon for the first time, it's not like the older games have gone away. Like, I would always point somebody toward the, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or, hold on. I can think of another, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver would probably be the first I would point people to. Come on, okay, I thought I fell a second time. They gotta put me further back or else I'll just fall right back in the pit. I want to keep my distance from that big guy. While doing some chip damage. Jeez. I might not even make it to the second area. That was rough. Looking forward to Diamond and Pearl. Gen 4, I think, had the most missed potential. So I'm excited in that regard for the remakes. But I'm disappointed that because they had so much missed potential, and the fact that these remakes are so small scale, that's not the right word I want to use. So modest. I think that's it. Because the remakes are so modest, I don't think they are really gonna improve things that I had problems with. Which is mostly sort of pacing issues and like expanding Cyrus as a villain. And maybe like just bonus content in general would do it a favor. But if you haven't played Gen 4 before, I feel like these remakes are going to be really good for people. This way. Oops. That's what I'm saying, like, you gotta count your bullets, which is, like, really good for this game. You gotta focus in order to overdrive correctly. I really don't want to buy the Diamond and Pearl remakes, though. I might... I don't know. I'm excited to play through Gen 4 again, which is, like, the other thing. But, I mean, I could just play Platinum. Platinum's a good way to experience those games either way. Yeah, I stand by the fact that if you haven't played Gen 4, that's going to be a really good thing for you. I wanted to see improvements. And it's the first time that these are modest remakes. Because, like, the other weird thing... Is that... Okay. The other thing that I think is weird, not good or bad, just weird, is that previously they've modernized the past games. And I thought that people got excited for remakes because it's like you get to see... Like, for example, I'll even use Let's Go as an... let's not use Let's Go. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I guess. You can see the original game with modern visuals and presentation. Like, I thought that's what people wanted from Pokemon remakes. Even seeing, like, the GameCube Pokemon games for the first time is like seeing a modern take, a more modern take on the Pokemon formula. So the fact that these are just modest remakes, that they don't try to use the Switch's, like, presentation power, it's just weird to me. Like, I thought that was the selling point for... The initial selling point for remakes was being able to bring Pokemon forward into your modern games. But I thought that the other thing was just seeing modern graphics. I just assumed generally from fans, not really personally from me, because I don't care about the graphics. Oops, oops, oops. Alright, I really gotta manage my health. And my aim, jeez. How do I get through these? I must still not have an item I can use. Remember how everyone hated on how Sword and Shield looked? Yeah. I'm mixed on Sword and Shield. I think they looked fine. I think they looked fine. I don't think they ran fine. Which is my problem with Pokemon Arceus. I think that's the name of the one, the open world one. Wait, what does this say? Exit possible only if all the hostiles are eliminated. Jeez, this is a tough room. Oh, nice. Where's the big guy? Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, like, I know I was hiding for a long time. They do so much damage. Oh, he's knocked down. Alright, can I recover every... Oh, round 2. Man, it is so hard to get around here. think he's behind me. I think I hear him. Okay. That was the good sound design. I could hear him, like, moving around behind me. Man. I'm behind a tree, sir! Can't believe that wrapped around the tree. I can't get away from a room and, like, have a good amount of health. Oh, we're not done. What the? I think the star must have meant difficulty, because this is not over yet. Oh! Why can't I get past this first area? Really conflicted with Diablo 2, really want it, but yeah. I understand. I was excited for it too, because I never played it before, but I definitely can't do that. I'll just play the original, like, maybe there's some other way to play it. I don't know. I'll not give them money. Yeah, I suppose, because that's what I was thinking about, Dead Space. It's like, if I don't want to support EA, I can just get it used. I was gonna, before all that went down, I was gonna get Diablo 2 on PC so I could play online with some friends, but that's a good idea. Because I did hear good things about it.
My end is waiting at the beginning. Abandoned like Helios. Last drive. Failed escape. Fatal crash. My memories have been rearranged into spiral patterns I cannot comprehend, dragging me into the deepest of the deep. I will go there now.
I've heard good things about Path of Exile.
As you will.
You just play that instead. Thematically, this is crossing my mind. Thematically, it's cool that, like, the scattered memories of Celine are kind of expressed in, like, the scattered layout of these maps. Very thematically appropriate. Is there nothing for me down there? Yeah, maybe I'll just play Path of Exile instead of Diablo. As this is an ongoing story, though, I heard the walkout went well, and I heard that one of the Blizzard people encouraged a union, which also sounds good. I just want, like, meaningful change, you know? But that's gotta happen through our support, but, like, through our support and through our conversations, but, like, through the company as well. Do I still go, I still go down, okay. Alright, don't tell me you died by, like, falling. Oh, there's your body. That's different. Oh, it fires every time I fire. And then some. How do I dodge? Man, I feel so weak in this game. Should I run? I'm gonna run. I can't fight that thing. Actually, it's half health. Oh no! That was all my damage output. I'm gonna run while that recharges. A nice fireworks display you got there. Whoa! Okay, that's working. Yeah, there's always something new that wants to take my health away from me. That was another player. Alright, thanks for the cash. What was the triangle door? I can't go underwater yet. I keep reloading at the wrong time. I just want to see them dead so bad that I don't worry about the overload like I should. I should not look at their health bar and look at my ammo instead. I think that's gonna help. Oh, jeez. There's a turret over there. I like the shield mechanic too. It means you gotta get into some of those enemies. Put yourself in danger, or like worry about them last. Alright, well, when I get to a shop I can buy some material. Ooh, full health. Alright, I can't get the chest yet. Got 2 keys. Alright, let's go to the new area. I'm full health. I don't really have anything that helped me out the first time. So I always get health into the next area.
Environmental adaptation isn't unique to the forest. The desert has similarly been altered. Could the whole world be rearranging itself?
I like this area. It looks so cool. Alright, look at the reload. Look at the ammo count. And things will go a lot smoother. Ooh, okay. Oh, jeez. I get like Nier Automata vibes from all this ammo. From all these bullets just flying around the place. Oh no! I need a new weapon. And a store. I haven't found a shop. What you got for me? Ooh. This is an interesting gun. Is this active? Oh, that's what it is the suit. Let's at least see what he's got. I'm not gonna choose to fight. I don't think it says what item it gives, but I can scavenge it. I'm going nuts. I'm gonna avenge it. I'm crazy. I'm crazy and I'm stupid. Oh, what? I just figured this is a big enough area. Maybe I'll wanna fight this boss, but he's got a lot of health. I gotta find some cover. Oh no, he blew the cover away. Yeah, I got this. I think I only took one hit. Nice. Just reminded me I can get a physical copy of Automata now. Nice. What was the issue beforehand? Was it cost or they didn't print one? I need to get a copy that has all the content on it. I've got an earlier copy of the game. Look at that bonus damage. Alright, the sidearm's not as bad as I thought it was yesterday. Xbox never made physical copies? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, the one I have is PS4. It never helps me out. It's always just take damage. What? They spawned behind me. Oh. That certainly wasn't helpful. Wow, I really need health. But what's new? Okay. I don't care about that key that much. I have 3 keys. You can keep your hazards. Ugh, it's so intimidating. What if I could run past it? Maybe it's too late. There's more enemies? Ooh, oh, I was running to the health! feel like this game got much harder than it did yesterday. I didn't even know that thing was ready to kill me. I guess I heard it. I don't know. Let's try this out. Oh, I can only use it once? Creates in a mobile barricade that blocks enemy projectiles, boost friendly. Ooh. I can only use this once. Well, there's a triangle door. I think triangle door just means it's like an item room. No. Okay, other. More like beardy disappointed emote. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You know? Ooh, a checkpoint.
After developing an acceptance of the nature of
I figured out that these are checkpoints.
cycle, I need to learn if I can alter these devices. The ones that temporarily prevent me from returning to the ship after the crash.
But they cost money.
This proves somehow I can restart elsewhere. If only that were permanent.
If you guys didn't know, I like this game so far. I really like it. It's interesting. And the roguelike stuff isn't really like... iterative of itself. It's more so like... we want you to master this game to do it in one run. And then... I don't know, like you still get unique, jeez. You still get unique stuff to carry with you every time. Maybe I should be running. Back up. Back up. Back up. You can always interrupt their attacks too. It's hard though. You move fast, but like, how am I supposed to know to dodge that I just took a hit with? That sucks. I hate this game. They're more generous with health than something like Hades, though. It just sucks. Getting overwhelmed like that. I have a wide variety of emotions. They're just expressed the same way. Disappointment and self-deprecating humor. Ooh, I think these are all weapons if it's anything like last time. Alright, that's better. That's way better. That is fine. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm glad you were there for the Persona Q days. Nobody understands. That was also when my capture card kind of just... I got a 3DS with the capture card and just destroyed it when playing Persona Q unintentionally. So that had to get fixed. Oh, there's something right next to me. It's so weird, like, you always gotta be moving. But it's not like Doom you always gotta be moving, it's close to that. Does not feel as good as that. I have to go melee that thing. That's what that red shield means. I guess I should be dashing more into stuff. I'm just trying to, like, clumsily navigate around it. Waves. I wonder what waves is. Maybe that shockwave attack? Oh, we're not done. Ooh. Oh, this is that star room I had to deal with last time. For some reason, it's back here. What was that? I actually didn't check to see what kind of sidearm it has. That's so... Oh, I gotta be running. I could get out of that much easier if I just ran. There's things I still gotta get better at. Ooh. And then run. See, I got it. Ooh. I can do that in the air. That's something I didn't really know. Fabrication costs reduced. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't interrupt me when I'm reading. Greatly increases melee cooldown and dash cooldown. When did this room end? I can be running and those things still melee me. I think I have to interrupt them. It is good that they do get interrupted. What? Why is this game so much harder than it was yesterday? What am I supposed to do? Oh, jeez. And then they're, like, constantly around every angle. Like, there's so many enemies here. I had no trouble with this area yesterday. Maybe I should just avoid the star rooms.
I can do this.
Maybe you can. I did get more ether. I just get loud when I don't understand things. Like, I want to learn how things work. I want to learn what I'm supposed to do. And when I don't know these things, I gotta yell. I don't get angry, but I gotta yell. Also, I think that purple gun sucks. I don't think I'm gonna grab that when I get the chance. Okay. There is health below. Oh, I can't get down there. That's a water area. There's a chest. What's this way? No key. Cool. Nice talk. I slipped. Note to self, when they respawn you, they do it really close to the edge. They'll respawn and then if you sneeze, you just die again. Wait, where do I go then? There's a door up there. Did I go that way? Give me that. Alright, now I have a key. I just gotta assume there's always something behind me. Alright, at least the birds are the ones that can, like, chase me down. These guys don't really chase me down. I think I can cancel the sword, the melee, into a dash, I hope. Oh, I got the shockwave. Is that the last guy? I hope so. Ooh. More health, more health. Great. There was a chest I missed. Oh yeah, of course. It's behind here. Still don't know how to get in there. Is that it? Is there... I didn't know that. Do you guys do damage? Because I gotta read. Okay, this one's still better. Horizontal barrage. Shock stream is kind of better. I don't know what Snubnose barrel does. Cool, I figured out how to unlock those doors now. Oh my goodness. This area is so dark. Find better salvage from hostiles? That sounds good. Ooh, I can get a better weapon here. Not doing tracker, or not doing that thing anymore. What's it called? Hollow Seeker? Yeah, I'm not doing Hollow Seeker anymore. I like the Spit Maw, but I don't think it's that great. I don't know. Nothing in here feels great. Man, I gotta aim that better too. Oh no, I messed up! Good thing those turrets don't have a lot of health. And where can I find this last one? Easy. Can't do anything here besides loot. Can I get that other one? Yeah. Actually, it's got malignancy on it. I don't really want to clear it for 5. I want to save them. I want to have some on hand whenever I'm like thinking I get a good run. Whenever there's hope. What was that noise? There's proficiency over here. Or a key. No, proficiency. I am not dealing with those other suits right now. I think this is probably the best weapon. Oops. But it's also just a plain old assault rifle. Kind of boring. It is an alien assault rifle, so that's like a half a point. I missed one here. I'll have to go get that door. Back the way I came. Great running speed in this game. I'll compliment it again, since Chuck also did. You won't catch me interacting with that suit. Yeah, camera's mostly fine. I just have complaints about, like, enemies' telegraphed attacks, but I think it's just something I gotta learn. Because, like, it gets a little awkward with the camera, like, getting attacked from behind, in other words. But that's like any third-person shooter. Like, these things are a pain in the butt. They, like, stick to you so hard. This is a bad place to be in with this guy. Oh. You gotta, like, already be in the right spot, so I think that's part of it. Like, paying attention to where you are and staying in the right spot. Oh. No. But you can stagger them, I think. They don't make it easy. See, like, just taking those hits feels so bad. So I don't know, like, where to look. 'Cause there's always enemies, like, shooting stuff at you off screen. But again, they are at least kind with the health, so that, like, half makes up for it. ideally you want to have the tools to play well and not take a hit at all. So I gotta figure out if it's something I need to learn, or just like an unfair part of the game. Alright, so there should be a switch around here. Where would it be? Ooh. I thought I saw something flashing behind that. There's not a lot of weapons in this game, too. It's a little disappointing. Unless there... I did find the purple one in the second world, and now it's appearing in the first, so maybe I unlock more. Got armor piercing. Let's go. I like this fast travel. This has to be done mostly because of the PS5 SSD. Let's see. Unless they already load that area off screen or something. Just gonna spend all my money here. Malfunction's probably high. I can break it or cleanse it. Maybe I should mess with those. I haven't really messed with the malfunctions. Wow. Ooh, hold on, let me in. Nice. Like, I gotta really always look and shoot stuff that's orange. Like, I don't know how I was supposed to hit that thing. These guys are just annoying enemies. Like, I had to stagger him in time. I gotta work on my aim there. So I'm gonna save my ammo for the ones that come up to me. Like, what? I thought I did a good job aiming there. Maybe I should just shoot them before they come close. Still gotta work on it. Oops, I think there's health up here. So I can buy that. I probably want to. I would love to get the astronaut. I don't have money for anything. The house is probably locked. Yep. Where is everyone? Oh, hey, what's up? Oh god. Oh man, oh god, oh man, oh god. Sweet. Trying to like be really conservative and just do one thing while moving. Does that hit? Yep. Sweet. Ooh. Like, this is probably standing still for too long. That was fine. There's the big guy. Yeah, I can't stay still for too long with him on my ass. Alright, he's the only one left. Nice. Alright, that felt good. Spit Maul Blaster 4. Range, stagger power. I don't know. I need to see this game in person because it must look crisp. Yeah, I appreciate the higher fidelity just in general. There's so much more depth to things when you're looking at them in 2K and 4K. It's really clear to see when like going back and forth from like a Switch game to something like this. I appreciate it for sure. I always try to appreciate frame rate and resolution because like it does always look good. This room's gotta serve a purpose, right? I found these last time and they didn't really do anything. Oh, these are parasites! Okay, last time I just like assumed there was nothing here. This room is full of parasites. So that side. 20% chance to not lose a consumable. Do that. Repairs moderate damage to integrity but is infected. Okay, I can cleanse that with 2. 20% chance not to lose consumable. Increases chance of finding... I had to pronounce that word more. I'm just ignoring it. Hostility but find a pool of acid. Ooh, I want to try that. I like the low integrity heals though. Alright. Alright, I think I can pick some of them off. Oh, alright, easy kill. That's good. That's big. These other guys haven't really noticed me yet. I love the adrenaline mechanic. I complimented that last time. Oh, the acid. I was like, what is that? Yeah, I'm just walking through the acid now. Did not learn my lesson. Man, I thought that getting the key to the new area would just mean I could just head straight there and move to the second area. It means I don't have to fight the boss again. But like, I don't really save that much more time on a run, because I still gotta find it. Oh, I need to get out of there. Oh, they just don't stop! Maybe I should focus the green guys. Oh, help me! Get me out of here! Wow. I also should be emptying my clip. Like, when they get stunned, just empty the clip and then melee at the, like, before needing to reload. Alright. Can't make it up to that yet. The star doors. Those are challenge doors. I do not want to go this way. I think that's why they're locked that way. I'm not ready for that yet. And then these are strictly item rooms. I'm learning that. The triangle dark blue doors. Guess I might as well. Oops. Oh, there's another tower. Like, empty the clip, and then melee. And then get out. Get out! Yeah, the sword is pretty good. Is there anybody besides him? Like, I should be running up to him, too. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I was there. I didn't get there close enough. Alright, I'm learning how things work. While almost running into the acid again. Try it. I'm trying to find a reason to use the pistol when I find a better one. That's good. That's big. I need to find that, like, room to the second area. I haven't seen it yet. Because that's the boss. The red is the boss, and I don't need to do that. Kinetic field. That was a waste. Alright, now I know I can shoot these for possible air sights. Nope. Not this time. This is gonna be awkward. Maybe not if just one's gonna shoot. Shortens alt fire? Yeah, we'll take that. Yep, mm-hmm. Did they do the grabby hands just for fun, or is that like a integral part to how to get the upgrade? Is there still something else here? No. Still marked on the map, I thought maybe. Did I miss something? The gateway's here. Okay, I did go the wrong way. I could have just gone straight there, but it's cool. It's very clear. The objective is pretty clearly marked. I didn't realize I could hold down the clip on the pistol. Alright, on to the second area. Look at that SSD power. I got 2 healing items, which is great. I'm missing something up here. If I hold it down, I don't have to worry about doing the trigger wrong. Because it won't like auto press that you're trying to reload. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. I got some good use from that. I can shoot faster if I auto do it though. Not gonna mess with that. Let's do that. I got an extra key. 35% chance for hostiles to explode. That counts as a healing item? It's an odd definition of healing. Has a chance to do damage to you. Whoa, I didn't even see them come through, it was so fast. Ooh. Where's the other one? Too far away. That's insane. So is my aim. Oh, hello. Wow. I'm almost dead now. Like, that's what I don't like. Like, things just sneak up on you. You gotta always be moving or else. Ah, no. This game's so hard. Like, how am I supposed to react to some of that stuff with such a lame dash? gotta get good. I did the same thing with Hades though. Like I complained about stuff that I don't know, more quickly got the hang of later. Convinced that the comical run speeds to show off the SSD. I think that's a good place to end this for today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will pick this up next week. There's an enemy. Hang on. These guys are just chilling outside my base. Like they don't know I live here. Alright. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more like it, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RyanBeardy. Follow me on Twitter at RyanBeardy, and I have a Discord with the links below.